Asu, tasanatach, nicht evishid. Itatatna, vesai, sai, tayanach, tande, yunontacham. Suchtam was, iveshenech, den yendenech, nachaa. Ist and, sonontoch, nach, tandach, vene, jenachai. Ist and, na, sultan, aya. Hamdu. Hamdanaye, Hamdavanaye, no Hamdan Devasur. In Tornantam Denehana. In Tochtantan Tornandavan indene Istanandar deneha Istan vajandoch nindeve Itandaya Indohundevenehan In sorandam dende Hindanandam hinde Istandandavan indono Indavanachtan vechneden intada Inshono Ende vanana handena indo shana Indenanda vai Indenanda vanan torandanai In suchtandach nem dendech vene hondana hintukal Heyanandayo Indandahenendeva Indanandayeno Indandavai Inandaya Indanandaveno Isandande Tornam Wäschen nach den Haar Inyo Tananta suchnech ve'e Istananda nachtan yene Nisultan tante suchnach tanta asuchte eveshor Nachsanach tachtach sachtan ve'e Isanach sanachtan Ananduk asitech vendoch. Satnam, thank you so much for joining. My name is Jean. I am a channel for creative consciousness. to assist humanity in ultimately reawakening and re-embodying to its divine core authentic expression, which I believe to be the Christed inner child, which is the mergence between the masculine and the feminine, the father and the mother, the light and the dark, the oneness of duality. So yes, thank you once again for joining, thank you for being here, and thank you for connecting with me. Today's light language activation / blessing is intended for healing, okay? All of them are always intended for healing, of course, but hear me out. So for today's transmission, this was the third time I recorded a blessing or a transmission, right? And every time afterwards, I would like not feel it completely. I would not be completely sure as to what I want to share, as to what it is about, etc. And both the previous transmissions was just like a lead up to this, like to get the energy right for this, exactly right for this, because energy is exact, right? It's not like this vague thing, it's like energy. So ultimately my intention, like as I was doing this transmission, I received that, you know, this is a basic healing. This is like a general healing. Speaking about energy not being vague, it's specific. I'm here all like, this is just a general thing. Duality. Anyway, sometimes we might think that we have an issue in our masculinity, let's say, for instance, okay, let's say we might think that we need to be healing our masculine side because we have this we have these like symptoms and these reactions, etc., that we think, oh, this is my masculine side needing healing or needing love or blah blah blah. And then you go through this like process of healing your masculine, but nothing's really changing, or you do see change, but it's just not as you expect, etc., right? What's happening there is we might think that the issue or the core wound is by the masculine side, but actually the core wound is like somewhere else. It has to do with the mergence between the masculine and the feminine, or it has to do with your femininity being wounded and then your masculinity is feeling it. You understand what I'm saying? We're not always sure what is happening within our being. We're not always clear on what part of us needs healing, or what part of us needs to be looked at, or etc., right? But we can still feel that there's something lingering that needs to be looked at. And this is for that. This is intended to assist you with that, because once again, because we're not always clear, because we're not always sure, this transmission will, first of all, it's intended to assist you in gaining the clarity, to see within your being where it is that you need to look at, what you need to look at, and what you need to heal and integrate, and then actually doing it, right? My first intention with the first transmission, the first video, was to bring through healing for the masculine side. But then, like the first transmission, I started talking and it just didn't feel right. And so I scrapped that, and then the second one I did again. And with the second one I noticed, like as I was starting to speak again, I noticed like, oh wait, maybe my masculinity isn't the issue here. Maybe the issue is something completely different, right? And so I just had this complete perspective shift, and I'm like, oh yay, I get to do like 2 birds, 1 stone, you know. Don't kill birds though, poor things. But you get what I'm saying. So yeah, that is what I'm sharing. That is what I'm gifting today. It's just this general, I wouldn't say specific. It's a general specific healing. General in a sense of like the energy that is bringing through is just healing, but specific in a sense of you get to choose in a way, or you get to see where it is that you need healing, where it is that you need integration, where it is that you need some soothing love. I'm still dealing with some people like sending things to me, and I'm just like, that's part of the reason why I'm like feeling a bit scattered. That's part of the healing in regards to the masculine that I'm actually experiencing, which wasn't the masculine after all. It was merely my own. I feel like feel like me just mentioning the energy being projected at me, it just went away. Perhaps these energies just want like a, I just want to be seen, like notice me, senpai. I feel like that's what was happening. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting like way off topic now. But I'm feeling better just by like noticing that energy. Anyway, sorry guys. Maybe this is just energy that needs to be expressed and shared, because you know we once again we make such a big deal out of things, even like our suffering. But suffering is laughter, guys. Ultimately, it's funny. And so yes, this is exactly what the medicine did. Like I wasn't sure what needed to be healed, but then I just did the transmission, and all of a sudden I'm like feeling so much better by simply having this perspective shift and simply having noticed something which doesn't have to do with me. It has something to do with somebody else, which is me ultimately, because it's a projection. But I'm feeling better and I'm healed. Not in a way that I thought, not where I thought, but you understand what I'm saying. And that's what this transmission is doing. I hope I'm not too like scattered, and I hope you are following. I truly believe that you are. I'm feeling somebody being like, yes, Sean, it's okay, we feel you. So wonderful. Yeah, I'm just gonna do some quick integration. Notice me, senpai. Tananta asuch na shanach nach vasuch taiet nach taka si beshenech nechten eso. Anamum such tachnaka asinech ne. I've noticed this in like a very tangible 3D explanation is I've noticed this in my body as well. For instance, where I was feeling very stiff, like I would start stretching, right? But then I would, like it wouldn't work. And so I started just letting my body do whatever, and it would like twist itself into these like weird positions that I didn't even feel the part that needed to be stretched being stretched, right? But as I was done, I like took the part and I just pulled it a little bit, and all of a sudden, you know, I was like, what the fuck? How was this like affecting this part of my? You understand what I'm saying? But it's because it's a whole. We're not just one part. We're like a part of a whole. Everything is affecting everything. You know, everything has an effect on everything because we're all one thing. This has to do with spiritual matters. This has to do with physical matters. It has to do with everything. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for connecting. Thank you so much for receiving the frequencies and the medicine. I am so honored and blessed to be doing this, and so thankful to be doing this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Every like, every comment, every view really helps me. If you feel like it is helping you, I want to share it with as many people as possible. You know, bring through the magic to as many people as possible. So yeah, thank you for that. If you feel like you resonate with having a personal session with me, my email is in the description box down below. If you want to donate for the medicine that you are receiving, it is so appreciated. My PayPal is in the description box down below as well. And yes, thank you so much for joining once again, and thank you for receiving. I am sending you so much love and joy and flow and growth and abundance and clarity and understanding. And I wish for you to find your way in your healing, to notice what it is that you need to work on, to notice what it is that you need to integrate, to notice what it is that is crying out for your attention, and then give that to yourself. In unconditional abundance, unconditional overflow, so that you may live a liberated life in the love and ease of spirit, of creator. Yeah, Sadnam, I love you so much, so many blessings, and I'll see you again tomorrow. I love you. Bye. Jaya.